Hello everyone and welcome to our Tech Tuesday tutorials number 119. Today we look at useful and less useful websites, known collectively as single-serving websites. So we're back from Thanksgiving break and are probably sick of leftovers, hoping for a fresh serving of Tech Tuesday. One of the best parts of traditional Thanksgiving is the sheer variety of foods that you get to sample. It's a smorgasbord of dishes. Well, today we continue the spirit of Thanksgiving by giving you a veritable cornucopia of websites. However, don't worry, we're not going to spend a lot of time on these because, well, they're single-serving websites. Think of this Tech Tuesday as having just a bite of many different foods. These are the snacks of the web. Wikipedia defines a single-serving website, or SSS, as a website composed of a single page with a dedicated domain name, which serves only one purpose. Now, these go back to the creation of the World Wide Web, and the oldest known single-serving site was purple.com, which was launched in 1994, and it was just a purple background. It's now a mattress company, so you really can't see it like it used to be. In August 1995, www.com was launched, which the way people said it back then would have been www.com.com. But I don't really know what it was. It's gone now. The old website tired.com, appropriately named, is still actually around. And when you go there, it just asks you, are you tired and why? You can click on that and it'll send them an email, and you can send them an email telling them exactly why you're tired. Another website that's still strangely up is zombo.com. Only now it requires Flash Player, which is disabled in most of your browsers, unless you do some security settings and stuff like that. However, someone has created the HTML5 version of Zombo.com, only it has a start button. Part of the coolness of this is that it didn't have a start button at all, and you were just left wondering what the heck is this site.
Welcome to Zombo.com.
So,
This is Zombo.com.
Zombo.com was a mystery. You'd send people to this and they'd sit there for like 2 to 5 minutes just wondering what in the world does this website do. Well, it welcomes you, and you can do anything.
Anything at all.
And it keeps looping.
The only limit.
So that's good. So you might be thinking that these single-serving websites are basically useless, and there is a definite category of useless single-serving websites. I'll share a few of them with you right now, but then we're going to get to some actual interesting ones and even some useful ones. One of the useless websites is sometimes red, sometimes blue, and it literally is a website that is sometimes red and sometimes blue, and that's all it does. There's a website called beesbeesbees.com, and it's Oprah's you get a car gif, but superimposed with bees, because it's funny, I guess. There's jellotime.com, which just lets you poke jello, I guess. That's literally all it does. There's the Price is Right failhorn.com, which pretty much just does what it says. There's the website called dopeoplescroll.com, which looks blank unless you scroll down. And the answer is yes. Yes, people do. At least this person does. So that's enough of the useless sites. Let's take a look at some that are kind of interesting. So I would say they're not entirely useless, but they're somewhat useful. One is isittuesday.tk. Isittuesday.tk just answers a simple question, is it Tuesday? Now, yours says no, because I record these on Mondays, so it's technically Monday when I'm recording this. Isitchristmas.com? Well, the answer is going to be the same all but one day of the year. There's a website called Fast, Good, and Cheap, which is just kind of funny because it's a nice thing to send out to clients, because sometimes you have to kind of reinforce the idea that, well, you can have 2 of the 3. And so as they go through here, you say, look, you pick 2 and tell me what you want. There's a website called howmanypeopleareinspaceriightnow.com, and very long URL, but it answers a simple question. And it actually tells you who is in space and how many days they've been in space and what their roles are. Another slightly amusing website that's actually got a little bit of use is the passive-aggressive password machine, also known as trypap.com. And when you come in here, you can start typing in a password. And so as you start typing it in there, it kind of insults you until you a length of password that is acceptable. So eventually you'll get a password that it starts to like. I'm not sure, but either way, it seems to insult you. Finally, there's send a message to. And when you come here, this website will ask you to scroll down and it will give you a basic little message there. Now, there's one in here that's actually not a very pleasant one and not safe for work, so I wouldn't exactly share this one with students. But you can send a personalized message here, which is actually the interesting part of this. So if you click here, then you will get an option to customize your message, and you can then choose maybe thumbs up. And you can type in a name. So I'll send this to my wife and hit send. You can then copy this address, and this is starting to deviate from the single serving website, but still. When you send them that address and they scroll down, they'll get that. And it's kind of nice. Got the little animation going there. Thumbs up. Good job. You know, you're good. All right, so let's look at a few that are actually somewhat useful. So one of them is doineedajacket.com, and it's going to ask to know your location because obviously it kind of needs to know where you're at in order to tell you if you need a jacket. So allow it to use your location, and it will tell you if you do indeed need a jacket. The website downforeveryone.orjustme.com basically answers the question, is this website down for everybody or just me? Just type in the address that you want to have. Here's one that I actually wanted to show you, but it is currently down. I just go over here and click this, and it will tell you whether or not it's just for you or if other places in the world are also having problems accessing that website. Actually pretty dang useful. Does one thing, great simple serving website here. Another one that I like is whatsmyip.org. And this one basically just reports what your IP currently is, if you need to know that for some reason. Good for the tech folks. I'm behind a VPN, so don't worry too much about my IP address on there. Gliffy is really actually kind of cool. Gliffy lets you get these little ASCII or special symbol characters, not quite emojis, but special symbol characters that you have. And sometimes you need them, like you want the copyright symbol, or you just need a really strong bullet character, or you want a star or something like that. You just go in here, select the one you want, copy it, and then when you go start typing into a document or something else like that, then you can just paste it and continue to type. Similar to emojis, but these are even more basic than emojis. These are called glyphs. Scoreboards.com with a Z, because it's hip. Scoreboards.com will basically put up a little scoreboard with little buttons that you can keep score on. You can add more players or less players. You can also customize the background. So if you want hardwood, you can do that. Or if you are into gaming, you can drop in a Minecraft kind of feel to it, and a few other little things like that. And all it does is track score. That's it. Pretty helpful though in the classroom if you are doing some sort of game with teams and you don't have time to create something fancy. Okay, so the last website I wanted to mention really isn't a single serving site because it doesn't have its own domain. It's part of another larger domain, but it still kind of serves as one, and it's not really useful. It's just peaceful and relaxing, and I don't know, it's art. It's a different experience, and I think you should check it out. But the basic idea here is that you can control this little cat in this wonderfully drawn environment, and you can move it around just by using the arrow keys on your keyboard. And if you go further to the right, you'll eventually board this little trolley, and you can then control the trolley with the arrow keys. And it's just this wonderfully drawn environment with sounds and everything else. Little things move in the background, and you can kind of just drive this trolley at different speeds if you want. Let it slow down, stop it if you need to. And if you get to like a little bus stop area here, or trolley stop I should say, and you stop, the little cats that are there will board and you can continue on. Now, there's just so many little details here to explore in this thing, and it's just kind of strange that someone made a website all about this little animated drawing thing. And again, these are all hand drawn, and there's a lot of little Easter eggs hidden in there. For example, if you stop at one of these stations here, and let's back up a little bit right now, then not only will new cats get on, but the ones that were riding will get off. And you'll notice that there are layers here to the backgrounds too, so some of them will go behind buildings and things like that. So one of the little Easter eggs that you might find is the clock itself in the town will reflect what time of day it is on your computer and everything. It's kind of awesome. And you can skip areas and things like that. There is an end, and I'll just let you figure out all the details on the site. Okay, so I hope you all enjoyed this video and I hope you found it useful, and if you did, go ahead and click that like button. Heck, why not support us and click that subscribe button. Click on the bell icon to receive email notifications. Leave a comment or an idea for a Tech Tuesday video below. Share this video with your friends, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.